Well, hello, dear fellow community members. My name is Jochem Herben. I'm one of the Orchard team members. Thank you so much for joining in. This is a very special moment for all of us, a moment where we're going to burn quite a lot of tokens. And maybe it's wise that before we burn all of them, to take a couple of steps back and think about why it is that we actually decided to, as a community, right, as a council, as a group of people, why we decided to move forward on this burn. Because the fundamentals have to do very much with the basic token economy that we have. But to understand our token economy, we need to take a couple of steps back. So here it goes. Basically, 50% of the tokens that were mined on day one, they were, well, sold. So if you sell a token and you get something else in return, whether it's Bitcoin, NEO, or hard cash, doesn't matter, it has some sort of intrinsic value. The other half did not have any intrinsic value other than the fact that they were just there. The goal of the other half initially was to distribute all of them on the Bitcoin holders, 100%. If that would have happened, we would not have had a problem today, right? Now, the mechanism to do that legally, was to have Bitcoin holders send their Bitcoin to exchanges where they could then, on a one-to-one ratio, get their ELA as well. Well, surprise, surprise, Satoshi Nakamoto never sent his Bitcoin to an exchange, and with him, many others as well. So in the end, only about 190,000 ELA were distributed amongst Bitcoin holders. These 190,000, they have value because they were shared and used to spread the word, right, of Elastos. So they had some intrinsic value. The rest still did not have any value. Then the rest was aimed to be for ecosystem development, which in the minds, in the early stages, meant that it was supposed to be to pretty much buy users. So download this application and get a 0.1 ELA for free or something like that. Well, we all know that that didn't work out. We tried with ViewChain and there was some sort of success, but it didn't work out at all. In fact, there have been other examples of very popular blockchain projects that started doing this and actually canceled this whole idea because it just does not work. You don't want people to download an app because they can get some free crypto. I mean, just the total wrong argumentation. So we were stuck with 50% of the tokens pretty much, the total token supply. And they were handed over to the Cyber Republic also to kind of like give the community the power to make a decision on how to do and what to do with it. And already since more than 2 years, early investors have been asking us to burn them, to just get rid of them, because half of the tokens, they have value. They were sold, they were distributed. The other half, they were created out of the blue and they had no intrinsic value. They were just there. Now, mind you, then we still, even as the Cyber Republic, we still get a lot of ELA each year, right? But this is ELA that has a value because there's a work attached to it. So the ELA that enter the market go there via 3 routes. One is the proof of work. The Bitcoin miners, we've got about over 70% of the Bitcoin hash power, which is huge. Bitcoin network secures the new internet. That's valuable, and Bitcoin miners therefore deserve a fair subsidy for them. Every holder of the Elastos coins also deserve some kind of value for holding the coins, which they can get via the DPOS system. So there's a second consensus layer, and that means that I, as a voter, I get a couple of ELA each month, but in return for that, I don't move them, I just vote for the supernodes. So there is some value attached to them. And then the third consensus layer is us, is the community, not us as in the council, but us as in all of us, where each year, about 400K ELA is reserved for community affairs. So for real people doing real work, adding real value, and therefore the ELA that they earn for their work adds value to all of us. The reason why we need to get rid of the tokens that we're never supposed to be here in the first place is because those two tokens no one ever worked for. There is no intrinsic value attached to it, other than that it's a very good story. So that's why they need to go. And reality check here, because any project out there that can just dump 16% of their total supply in the market, sorry, 10% of their total supply in the market, any project out there that can do that, well, is not in a very healthy situation. So imagine that we could just, as a council, 12 people, 12 teams decide to just dump 1.6 million tokens on the market. Well, that, especially since these are tokens that no one ever worked for, that creates a horribly poor situation, and that's poor token economics. That's why they have to go. This is why we took this decision. And my apologies to everyone who foresaw this way before Orchard did, because we eventually put forward the token burn proposal, but we were very much against it at first. We needed some time to really understand the reason behind this burn and to really understand the bigger picture. So it was also my mistake to wait this long. In the end, as a community, we decided to do it. The majority of the council members agreed with cleaning up or pretty much righting the wrong. And at the same time, I hope that now that this whole situation is over, we finally have the chance to really start building together. I hope that we finally have the chance to no longer look at us as, we've got the Chinese community and the non-Chinese community. No, we are one community. We are one Elastos. We're one world together. And let's make this also a good start to actually become one community where we're all connected together and where we all work together towards really making the internet a better place, really making the web a better place, because that's our responsibility now. We are in this together, and it's our responsibility to make this part of the world a better place. So let me end with that. Thank you so much again for joining us here. And the future is looking really bright for Elastos. Let's fight together to reach our goals, because we can do this. Together we can do a lot. Thank you so much. Bye.